Hey guys, Thad here with Iowa Budget RC Bashers, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start the conversion to modern electronics on this Radio Shack Sniper Buggy. I've already got my rear tires mounted, as you might have seen in one of the shorts. These are some old Midnight Pumpkin tires that I glued to the rims, and they work really good. So now we're going to rip out all of these Radio Shack electronics, and we're going to start over. I've got a Power Hobby 1060, which is the Hobby Wing 1060 clone, and we've got some servos to choose from, and still haven't located any tires locally. I'm gonna check the one other hobby shop this weekend, see if they have one. But I got an idea. I've got some foam here, and I think I can put a little bit of foam inside of them to bring some of that out, so it could at least be drivable. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and rip this stuff out, and I will bring you back. Boom, and there we go. There's all the motherboard and servo and stuff. Actually, the servo comes apart because it's all held together by the screws that hold it in. The motor wires. Took the switch out. Switch will go down there. But the servo saver has a bit of a different end on it, so I'm going to have to modify this somehow to the modern splined type, and I think I have an idea of how I'm going to do that. All right, well, one of my 7.4 1600 milliamp lipos actually fits in here really good with one little modification, which was just taking those ribs out, and it fits in there great. The door closes, so I'm going to rip all of the springy dues out of there and get that done, and then I won't weaken the chassis by cutting this area out so it had a place to stick out. I will probably make the wires come out this way, and maybe where the old charger port was, I'm not sure. We'll figure something out, but you can see how nasty this is, and it all wicked into the wiring for the motherboard. It's kind of a neat setup, though. That's what it looked like. Anyway. Alright, well, I gotta get some longer screws because I don't have any. But this is a 9125 servo mount, and that will work. I'll run some screws down into, they'll be inside of where this boss is, but that'll work. And drilled a hole into the original steering mechanism, have the roll pin going down in through there, and then there's a screw on the bottom side, so this should steer pretty darn well. And we didn't have to really modify much on this. I took out the springy deal that goes on there. Here, I'll just take this out and show you because I don't have the screw in there yet. But in here was the springy deal that springs the steering back to center. Well, I'm not going to need that because my pin goes right down through the center. This here I could not remove. That is for the battery. So I put these pieces of foam in here to kind of bring it up to this level, and I'm actually going to put one up here too, just to help stabilize it a little bit. But yeah, that's going to work for the steering servo. And like I say, we got the battery situation figured out, so we're moving right along with this thing. One issue that I'm going to run into, and I can tell you this already, and future Thad will deal with this, but there's enough clearance here on the front, but it's going to hit back here in the windshield area, and I may have to end up gluing the windshield in. Which I would just use hot glue or something to glue it in, because I may have to cut out there just a little bit. But again, not a big deal. Something that you got to deal with when you're modernizing these things. I'm not 100% set on that body anyway. I'd like to find a Golden Arrow body for it, or something like that, because this is, you know, essentially the same chassis as the Golden Arrow. But yeah, moving along, just a little project we got going here. The reason I'm doing this and making this video, doing this ahead of the holiday buggy, which planned to be our next build, is because, well, we need two 1/10 scale buggies to run together, right? So it'll be Grayson running this and me running the holiday buggy, or vice versa. But then we got two 1/10 scale buggies to run together. Side note, I really dig how these tires look on here, how they're fat. Just reminds me of a dragster with like a mud dragster or something. And I think my idea might work on these front tires, so we'll see. But that all depends on if I can get them off of the rim. But that's future Thad's problem also. So that's where we're at. Hey guys, how's it going? Just wanted to give a quick thank you to each and every one of our subscribers. We are trying to build this channel, and we are putting out family-friendly content. My son and I, you might catch a short from him, you might catch a short from me, or a full video from either one of us, or both of us. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Thank you, have a great day, and back to the video. All right, guys. Got my steering figured out here, and actually this isn't permanent how it's going to go. I'm going to get some machine screws that are a little bit longer than these, and put nuts on the end of them, and then I'll make a spacer or something to go in there. But for now, for mock-up purposes, that will work, and everything is hooked up now. And also, it's still got a little bit of a flat spot, but it is much better than what it was. I stuffed this with high density foam, and it's at least to the point to where, like, I don't know if I'll drive it on the street that way, but driving it in the yard would work just fine. And it was kind of a pain in the butt to get stuff that up in there, but it worked. So I'm gonna try this tire. This tire's not as bad as that one, I don't think. It looks better than that one does. So, all right, well, I got a battery hooked up, got the receiver and speed control hooked up. Haven't hooked up the motor wires yet, but I just want to show you we got a success. It's gonna work, but we also have a failure. So I'm gonna have to figure out a solution, because you can see it's wanting to move the servo, and then it'll start moving the wheels. So gonna have to figure out something to support the servo on the sides, or something. But anyway, that's where we're at with this thing. I think I'm gonna call this an episode. Next episode we'll finish it up, and we will be taking the Sniper out and doing some backyard boogieing. Thanks for watching. I'm Thad with Iowa Budget RC Bashers. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.